Well, I can tell you straight away that you know that the ship, and this is information that, in fact, that the ship, in fact, sunk and then was laid onto its right-hand side, right at the bottom of the sea. So therefore, it's quite clear that the people were trying to hide in the cabins on the left-hand side. And we found the first 5 bodies in the first cabin on the left-hand side, and the final body in the third cabin on the left-hand side. So there were 6 cabins, 3 on the left-hand side and 3 on the right-hand side.
Hannah Lynch, the 18-year-old daughter of Mike Lynch, a renowned tech entrepreneur, was discovered alone in her own cabin about 50 meters below the surface of the Mediterranean after the superyacht she was on sank, according to rescue workers. The tragic incident unfolded when the luxury yacht, named the Bayesian, capsized and sank, leading to the loss of several lives. The fire service commander, Girolamo Bentivoglio Fiandra, provided details during a press conference in Termini Imerese, a town close to the site of the sinking. He confirmed that 5 other victims, including Mike Lynch, were located in a different compartment of the yacht. The Bayesian had tipped onto its side as it went down, and according to Mr. Fiandra, the divers found evidence suggesting that the victims had tried to find safety in the part of the ship that was tilting toward the surface before they perished. Prosecutor Ambrogio Curtosio stated that manslaughter charges are being considered as part of the initial investigation into the disaster. However, he emphasized that the investigation is still in its early stages. He hinted that there could be questions directed towards the crew of the Bayesian, implying potential negligence or misconduct. The yacht's captain, James Cutfield, has already been interviewed by investigators. During his remarks, which were reported by Sky News, Fire Chief Fiandra provided more insight into the rescue efforts. The ship sank on its right side, resting at the bottom of the sea, he said. It was clear that the people on board were trying to find refuge in the cabins on the left-hand side, the side facing upwards. We found the first 5 bodies in the first cabin on that side and the last body in the third cabin. There were 6 cabins in total, 3 on each side, and we found the victims in the highest part of the ship, closer to the surface. There have been questions raised about why it took so long for Italian authorities to inform the public about the rescue operations. Mr. Curtosio explained that Italian civil codes restricted him from sharing more information while the search was ongoing, which he acknowledged posed significant challenges to maintaining transparency with the public. The incident occurred in the early hours of Monday morning, with emergency services receiving alerts shortly after 4:30 a.m. The crew of a nearby Dutch sailing ship, the Sir Robert BP, managed to deploy a life raft, which saved 15 of the 22 people on board the Bayesian. However, Mr. Curtosio added that it became evident to those at the scene that rescuing those trapped in the sinking yacht would be impossible. The Termini Imerese prosecution has opened a case on the suspicion of shipwreck and manslaughter, but we are only at the initial stage of the investigation, Curtosio stated. A prosecutor typically hesitates to provide information at such an early stage because developments can change the situation. While we cannot exclude any possibilities, there has been significant media interest due to the high-profile individuals involved. It is essential to note that the course of this inquiry could vary widely. The prosecutor also mentioned that it would be a painful outcome if this tragedy were caused by behaviors that did not align with the responsibilities required of everyone on the ship. He revealed that the prosecutor overseeing the case, Rafael Camarano, was asked whether the crew would undergo alcohol and drug testing. Mr. Camarano confirmed that efforts were underway to conduct these tests. Among those lost in the sinking were Hannah Lynch, her father Mike Lynch, Jonathan Bloomer, chairman of Morgan Stanley International Bank, his wife Judy Bloomer, and Clifford Chance lawyer Chris Morvillo and his wife Nada Morvillo. The body of Recaldo Thomas, a Canadian Antiguan chef working on the superyacht, was recovered near the wreckage on Monday morning. The main focus of the investigation is understanding how the Bayesian, a vessel deemed unsinkable by its manufacturer, Italian shipyard Perini Navi, could have sunk, especially when a nearby sailboat, the Sir Robert BP, remained largely unscathed. In the aftermath of the tragedy, 27 divers, including 11 cave experts and 8 deep-sea divers, were deployed to conduct an exhaustive search. Over a span of 72 hours, they completed 123 dives to explore the underwater wreckage. The Lynch family issued a statement expressing their devastation and gratitude toward the Italian Coast Guard, emergency services, and everyone involved in the rescue efforts. The Lynch family is devastated, in shock, and is being comforted and supported by family and friends. Their thoughts are with everyone affected by the tragedy. They would like to sincerely thank the Italian Coast Guard, emergency services, and all those who helped in the rescue. Their one request now is that their privacy be respected at this time of unspeakable grief. Hannah's sister, Esme, shared a heartfelt tribute to her sibling, describing Hannah as someone who brought joy and love into her life. Hannah often burst into my bedroom and lay down with me. Sometimes beaming with a smile, sometimes cheeky, sometimes for advice. No matter what, she brought boundless love to me. She was endlessly caring, passionately mad, unintentionally hilarious, and the most amazing, supportive, and joyful sister and best friend to me. And on top of all this, she had even more love to give endlessly to all her friends and passion to give to her incredible studies and goals. She is my little angel, my star. Vincenzo Zagarola, a representative of the Italian Coast Guard, noted that the search for Hannah was neither quick nor easy, likening the sunken yacht to an 18-story building full of water. The bodies of all 6 missing passengers have now been recovered and brought to shore in the small fishing village of Porticello, located about 11 miles from Palermo, the capital of Sicily. Out of the 22 passengers and crew members on board, 15, including Mike Lynch's wife Angela Baccarez, were rescued after escaping onto a lifeboat. The yacht trip was intended as a celebration of Mike Lynch's recent acquittal in a high-profile fraud case in the United States. The businessman, who founded the software giant Autonomy in 1996, was cleared in June of allegations of committing massive fraud related to its $11 billion sale to Hewlett-Packard. As investigations continue, there remain many unanswered questions about the circumstances leading to the yacht's sinking and the roles played by the crew. The case is still unfolding, and authorities are working to uncover the truth behind this tragic event. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates on celebrity deaths and news updates.